you're doing?
Thanks for the ATM, Melanie.
Huh?
Hurry up and get out of this house, all right?
Trouble busters!
Hey, Melanie!
Hey, Jasmine.
What a coincidence. How is life as a newlywed? With such a rich husband, you must be getting pretty popular now, huh?
He isn't exactly.
There you go again. Darling, you don't have to be modest about it.
No, actually.
I also have a boyfriend now, and we were just together until earlier this morning.
Good for you.
He told me that no one was as attractive as I. But he already has a wife. He says he wants to break up with that wife, who has the charisma of a boiled potato.
Oh, so he's already married?
He says he wants to have our wedding at the Hotel Kiracosta. His wife and he had your usual plain, boring kind of wedding, you see.
Is that so?
Sorry, your own wedding wasn't too luxurious either, was it? Well, I have a date to get to with my darling. I'll see you.
What is up with that lady? What do you think you're doing?
Thanks for the ATM, Melanie.
Huh?
All of this is mine now, so hurry up and get out of this house, all right?
What do you mean?
Oh, it's not that important. This is so sad. You went through all the trouble of finding someone to marry, and they got stolen from you.
No,
I understand how you feel, truly. I am so frickin' sorry.
Wait.
I didn't want to do this either, you know, but Trevor kept on telling me that he really wanted me. Can't be helped, right?
About Trevor.
Hey, look at this ring, courtesy of Tatiana. Courtesy of Titania, diamond and everything.
Did he buy it for you?
He did. Oh, but you're not wearing one, are you? Does that mean that you know the relationship is over? Clever, clever. If you're upset, try saying something, yeah? Oh, I know. You can come and pick up your stuff later on. I have no choice, so I'll let you get in the house just for that.
Are you done yet?
Huh?
I don't know exactly if it is your misunderstanding, but we've already been divorced for a long time.
What?
And this land and this house is my property.
What? What do you mean?
What does it look like, I mean? More to the point, how did you get inside?
No. Wait a minute, that can't be true, can it? You said that with such a serious look on your face that I almost believed you. You've always been like that for as long as I can remember. It's still a zillion years too early for you to fool me.
I knew it was all very suspicious, but I never expected him to be cheating on me with Jasmine. I thought she knew at least to refrain from approaching a husband, but it seems like I was a bit naive. I'm at the limit of my patience. Unforgivable. Troublebusters initiate.
Hey, are you listening to me?
Huh? Yeah?
In any case, I don't have any intention of getting along with you anymore, so I'd be more than fine with you getting a divorce and moving out.
If I may.
What now?
Since you're admitting to having an affair with Trevor, I suppose you're willing to pay the alimony.
You amuse me.
Huh?
If you only had money, you wouldn't need Trevor, eh? What the hell? Of course I'll pay you whatever you want.
Really?
Yes, I mean, after all, it's too pitiful to see a childhood friend be robbed of her husband thanks to an attractive woman and lose her house. If you had to choose to hate something, maybe start with your own luck for having a childhood friend to such as wildly different levels.
Understood. Well, for now, let's have a discussion among the three of us.
A discussion? What for? Trevor chose me over you, understand? Even if you say that if you could get the alimony, you're fine. Then there's no need to discuss anything.
Perhaps, but this kind of thing has to be done properly.
Huh? Well, all right. We had a date scheduled for today as well, though, so I'll just tell him to come back here afterwards, right?
Please.
Welcome back.
Good evening.
Don't mind if I do.
Why would you say that when it's your own home? Silly Trevor. Wait, maybe you're nervous because I'm here?
Jasmine, what are you doing here? How did you...
Because no matter how much time passes, you'll never ever break up with Melanie here. I got impatient and attacked.
Mr. Johnson, could you please explain it to her in your own words?
Well...
What?
Sorry, Jasmine. We've actually been divorced for a long time.
Huh? What? Wait, what do you mean?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry won't make me understand.
As I said earlier, we're no longer a married couple or anything at all.
I don't understand anything at all. Why then are you inside this house?
That would be... Oh, that's right. Was it around here? Just the other day I got a certificate of registered matters to submit to my boss.
Huh? Registered?
Here it is.
What?
Yes, as it says here, this house is my property. It's something I inherited from my grandmother, you see.
Ooh, Wait a minute, are you serious?
I'm sorry.
Wait, so you can't live in this house? You have no assets. Is this what that means?
Yes.
No way! How could you do this to me? I've been telling my friends, parents, and people at work that I'm getting married to a rich man soon.
Why would you do that?
I mean, obviously I would. You bought me a ring. And I thought Melanie would back off after I talked to her about it. Also, didn't you say something like, if it's your happiness, we could sell the house for money?
Listen, I couldn't help but say something pretty extraordinary.
This is literally a fraudulent marriage.
I really am so sorry, Jasmine. I was so happy. Happy that an attractive angel like you approached me, and I seriously regretted marrying someone. That's why I secretly divorced.
I knew it. So it was Jasmine that approached you. Well, I kind of had an idea already, but...
You would have liked to live in this house, right? I couldn't tell you the truth because I was afraid that if you found out that it wasn't my house, you would leave me.
The hell is that?
I was trying to show off a bit, but I never dreamed something like this would happen.
Why would you show off like that so much?
Even you said, I don't mind you being married. I don't mind being your second. I'm just looking forward to the day when you make me number one. Didn't you?
That couldn't be helped, could it?
That's what you've always been doing, Jasmine. Every time I find someone I like, you frickin' take them away from me. And it wasn't just people. Everything I wanted to have, you would also become obsessed with.
That's right, so what? It's your damn fault for making it so easy to steal away from you. No matter how close a guy was to you, just a little call to him always made him come hither. So many boring-ass, plain-ass men.
And this time, perhaps you really truly loved Trevor, or even liked him?
What?
I feel like unless you take away everything I have, you will not be satisfied with yourself. I got married earlier than you did, and you didn't like that, am I wrong?
That's bullshit, Melanie. That's not true, right, Jasmine? Money is certainly important, but you was always looking out for me, weren't you?
It's exactly like Melanie just said.
What?
Melanie, being so much happier before I even come close? Melanie, do you honestly think I would let that be? My friends around me also said something. Who would have thought Melanie would get married sooner than you? And do you know how I felt when I heard them tell them that you were a winner for living in such a big house too?
There's nothing I can do, even if you say that to me, Jasmine.
When I looked up your address and came to see it, it turned out to be a really luxurious mansion too. And I thought that if I beckoned Trevor over, I'd be able to take advantage of all the riches.
Jasmine, did you really only think of me as your personal ATM? You told me you loved me so many times. So many. Was it all a lie?
Yes, it was. So what? I don't love you, nor do I feel anything for you. But I thought this would be enough to push Melanie into a friggin' pit of black misery. And yet...
Do not justify yourself.
So what now, eh? I thought you had some money and I made a lot of purchases with your card, you know. I also borrowed money from financial institutions to buy what they wanted. Because I thought I could afford to pay off the debt no problem. I thought you had an entire fortune at your disposal. How could you do this to me?
This is truly an incredible specimen.
I love you, Jasmine, so while I won't have this house, I'll have the money.
Not really.
Huh?
I was vaguely aware that Trevor here was having an affair with someone.
What?
There were days when you came home really late and you were clearly avoiding me. You came home reeking of women's perfume. It was so strong, even naive little Melanie Thompson noticed it. But that wasn't the reason why I decided to divorce you. Before we got married, we agreed that we would share the housework between us. But not only did you not do anything whatsoever, but your clothes were left all thrown over the place. You never took out your own dishes to the sink, and the things I had to do became ridiculous.
But I apologize for that.
At this rate, with a family and all, it would have been even worse. Just when I thought I had to do something about it, I found out you were waist deep in debt, and I thought I couldn't support you any longer, so I divorced you.
Debt?
Yes, Trevor's favorite saying is, double the bacon by racing horses. At first, he seemed to be doing within his pocket money, but it seems like he never had enough.
Horse racing?
When we finally got divorced, he ended up with more than $30,000 in debt. It's only been a few months since then. And of course, you haven't paid it all off yet in full, right?
That's little by little. It's not that I haven't returned anything at all.
What the hell, Trevor, you stupid liar?
That ring that you were so happy to get, wasn't that also purchased by becoming further indebted?
That would be.
How about it?
I thought that if it meant making you happy, that much debt shouldn't be a problem. I hadn't reached my limit yet when I bought you the ring, and I was only trying to make you happy. Don't get upset about that, eh?
Huh? What the hell are you getting upset about? I'm not happy about a ring you bought by getting more debt.
Even your wedding at the Hotel Kira Costa. How are you planning on raising the money?
So everything left, right, and center was a lie then?
I was only half a year from getting married to getting divorced. I was thinking so hard about what to say to my parents and all the people who came to the wedding. I lost all energy to find out who was having an affair with you. That's why I asked you not to show me your face again, refusing any alimony and kicked you out.
Ooh, wait a minute. If you were kicked out, where do you live now with so much debt? You told me that your parents' house isn't around here.
Well...
Trevor's parents were furious, deeming him so pathetic and disowned him, telling him not to come back home ever. You ask me, regardless of where you live now, I told you to change your address as soon as possible, but packages for you still arrive at my house and it's a damn nuisance.
Since I couldn't find a house to rent, I find cheap motels nowadays, or a park bench on warm days.
What the frick? That's the same as being homeless.
My credit's all fouled up, and I can't make enough money to rent a place.
So? Bullshit! If I'd known you were that kind of guy, I would never have approached you in the first place. More to the point, though, isn't it your fault for not telling everyone about divorcing him?
You had an affair with him and now you're blaming me? Ridiculous. It's true that it was hard to tell people around me and it felt like I secretly faded out of my marriage. I don't understand at all the point of being accused by none other than the lover whom he cheated on me with.
Shut up! No matter what you say, it was a mistake for this to happen. And you were also responsible for so much shit. I'll make sure to demand your alimony, and so you better be prepared.
What are you talking about? I don't think there's any reason for me to pay you alimony.
If you sell this house, you'll make a damn fortune, wouldn't you? There's also many nice brands in the furniture.
Over my dead body.
How? How dare you suddenly raise your voice? Try to disobey me, eh?
I've been holding back until now, but now, no, I've reached my limit. This house is a very important keepsake that I received from my beloved grandmother. Why should I let it go of such a priceless thing for you, who always acted so selfishly to destroy other people's happiness?
If you had been more open about the situation, I wouldn't have gotten involved in this.
Normally, people wouldn't approach married people anyway, Jasmine. Do you understand such common sense?
How dare you? Who do you think you're talking to?
I have a pretty good idea. Up until now, I put up with your BS no matter what happened, but I never expect something this terrible to happen. Even I, a patient woman, cannot stand it any longer.
True, if you think about it, all of this is so terrible.
You're in no position to agree with me.
For real? If that's the case, then you who deceived me into marrying you ought to pay the alimony.
Me? No, I wasn't trying to deceive you. I just couldn't tell you the truth. I was just trying to find the right time, but you always seemed so happy and...
Are you saying it's my fault?
If you hadn't approached her with your ulterior motives, this wouldn't have happened, you know?
What?
It's true that I didn't tell you the truth, and that's on me, but for your case, the problem was even more fundamental.
You goddamn bastard! You really got the guts. I'll give you that.
Could you please take your little kerfuffle outside? This is my home. The truth is that I want you to leave ASAP.
Melanie? Hey, Melanie. I beg you, please. My only wish, pure and simple, help me.
Me? Help you?
We've been together since we were so little. We're like family, aren't we?
If you think you're like family to me, you wouldn't normally do something like this. Perhaps you only ever thought of me as nothing more than a robot who listened to everything you said.
No, perish the thought. I feel truly blessed to have a friend like you, Melanie, who grew up so close to me. Thanks to this situation, I realized once again.
There's no point in saying things like that now, Jasmine.
Don't say such cold things. I was only fooled, you understand? If I didn't know the truth, I would have never done this.
Regardless of whether you knew or not, you did something forbidden, Jasmine.
I regret it. I was stupid. I was just envious of you, Melanie. Please, help me.
Help you.
$20,000 should be enough. I promise I'll pay you back. If I don't properly return the money I borrowed, I'll be in a lot of trouble with the institution I took consumer loans out of. You can't abandon a childhood friend like that, right?
No, I can.
Huh?
Whether he was cheating on me or not, I was going to get divorced. It means that neither of us had the eyes to see a good man.
Hey, so you're just gonna let me be with this guy that's like a damn losing lottery ticket and live with my debt?
Yeah, you drew the lottery on your own. These are the seeds you sowed yourself.
No, please.
I'm sorry, but I have absolutely nothing to do with your relationship. However, now that this has happened, I will charge both of you alimony, so I suggest you worry about that for now.
Alimony?
What are you talking about? You've already been divorced for so long, there's no way you can do that.
That's right. And you didn't say anything when we got divorced, right? Isn't it freaking sneaky to get alimony just because you discovered an affair in this manner?
Don't you know alimony regarding adultery can be demanded up to 3 years after the affair was discovered?
What?
Moreover, Jasmine, you said you would pay any amount, regardless of your situation. I will not allow you to walk away without anything at all.
Why would you?
Not my frickin' fault. I thought you had frickin' money.
Don't just do whatever you want without consulting me!
Excuse me?
Silencio, take it easy now. I don't want you to get me involved any further. Anyway, now that we've talked about it, let's proceed with everything else through a lawyer.
I can't do that. I will never pay you any alimony. I'll not budge from here until you change your mind.
That's a problem, though.
Well then,
What you're doing is unmistakable trespassing. All things considered, perhaps you borrowed the spare key to this place from Trevor, who never returned it.
What?
shit.
If you stay any longer, I'll sue you on account for trespassing. What'll it be, eh?
This is so unfair.
Right back at you, princess.
Can't believe you would deliberately mess up my life.
Please play the role of tragic damsel elsewhere.
No way! The day when Melanie would say something like that is upon me.
You always look down upon me. Must be so frustrating. But I guess it can't be helped. If you want to hate someone, hate yourself, okay? Not me. Goodbye now. In this matter, the two neck-deep in debt snakes in the grass had to pay me alimony for their affair. I heard through rumors from the grapevine that both Trevor and Jasmine weren't able to keep up with the debt repayments from their original jobs, and are now working part-time at night to scratch their way by. You reap what you sow, indeed, indeed. Welcome home, honey. I thought I was absolutely through with marriage, but after that I ended up marrying a handsome man who had good common sense and a good wallet as well. From now on, I'll start enjoying my life again. Troublebusters.